one of the better films of the 90s. Actually, the film was released in 1997. I think it's a really great film. It has a good cast. It does star Ewan McGregor, Patricia Arquette. We also do have Brad Dourif, Nick Nolte, and John C. Reilly. The plot of the film itself is very generic, but I think it works out very well. The film, of course, is the 1997 thriller Nightwatch. This film itself is actually a remake, is just a very plain, basic story. We do have a college student who is working as a security guard at a morgue and just trying to make a few extra money just to pay his way through school. Along the way, there are some corpses which do appear that eventually happen to be tied to him. He does become a suspect. This film itself is actually a remake of the Dutch thriller Nattevagten, which also is directed by Ole Bornedal. He did direct the original as well as the remake. I'm actually looking forward to watching the original, so as soon as I do watch that, I will go ahead and post my thoughts on that one as well. But this film itself is filled with a lot of suspense, a lot of intrigue. It's a very interesting storytelling. So what does tie the main character, Martin, who is played by Ewan McGregor, who eventually does prove his innocence, is the fact that the murder victim, who was a prostitute, knew him under a different name since he and his companion had, for some odd reason, decided to switch names. At the murder scene, the name Martin was written, which the girl did not know him by that name. So obviously there's just a bit of conflict going on here as far as trying to tie the murder to the actual Martin. But the film does center around crazy college kids. They on occasion do challenge each other and present some sort of a request of one another. One of which was being that one of the friends should beat up one of the men which harass their girlfriends. Obviously the doofus walks up and does so and gets his ass handed back to him, but obviously this is the game that they do play. And this does tie in with the whole situation with the prostitute, as this was a challenge or a request which was presented to the real Martin, is that he should spend time with a prostitute. The actual killer himself, of course, does happen to be sort of a hunter of ladies of the evening. This is where it is decided with his relationship with the prostitute, Martin and the prostitute, that Martin would be a good candidate to possibly take the killer's place. We do have just a very minor case of mistaken identity, but this is of course by design, as the killer is looking to set someone else up in his place so that he may continue freely doing what he does. So I do not want to spoil the ending. I think it's a really great film. Obviously just a very superb cast. And if you have seen the film, please let me know your thoughts on it, or if you know any other similar films or foreign films along this lines, please let me know. I'd definitely love to check in on those as well. But that is all I have for you today, and I will talk to you later.